Well, it's not our first anything. It's our 393rd day of doing this. As always, if we see a new kanji on this vocabulary list, we're going to go over its radicals that make it up, try to make up a little story to kind of remember it. We're going to go over the pronunciations, both the on and the kun ways of pronouncing it, and we're going to go over what the kanji means. And then we're going to write it down 10 times on stream because that's how I remember things. You don't have to follow along with that. If you want to just skip over and just listen to my explanations of the words, you can head on over to YouTube. If it's a new word, but it's made of kanji I already know, we're just going to go over the meanings of each of the words and how they come to make the new word. And if you want just these lists and you don't want to listen to me at all, head on over to Google Drive and you can get all of these word lists from there. We are studying, the final goal of this is to do N1 stuff, but not quite there yet. We're getting there. We've got 2,000, how many left? 2,500 ish vocabulary words left before we're ready to take the N1. I think the grammar is pretty good on my end, but if you want further explanations of any of the words, just let me know in the chat or don't, whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Our first word of the day is going to be kaete. Kaete is on the contrary, rather, or all the more. Kaete. All hiragana here. Nothing to remember kanji wise. Kaete is on the contrary. Kaete. Kaete is on the contrary. Kaete. Ni kaete. Kaete. Number 2 is an okuri gana. Okuri on the left side is to send or dispatch, and kana on the right side is the word for syllable vocabulary in Japanese. Either hiragana or katakana, both of them are kana. In this case, it's pronounced gana since ri is voiced, and so should ga, or the consonant following it. Okuri gana, or sent. Literally translation is a sent kana, but this is the kana written after a kanji is complete to give the full reading. So okuri gana no ri is an okuri gana. It's finishing out okuri without, the ri part of the pronunciation isn't in okuru. It isn't in the kanji itself. So okuri gana has an okuri gana in it. This ri is an okuri gana. Okuri gana, or kana written after kanji to complete the pronunciation. Okuri gana. Okuri gana. Okuri gana. Okuri gana are kanji used to finish out a kanji pronunciation. Okuri gana. Okuri gana. Okuri gana. Number 3 is junjo. Jun on the left side for purity or innocence, and jo on the right side for feelings of. Hold on a second. I think it's feelings of. Let me double check this. Let me double check. Jo, feelings, emotion, passion, or sympathy. So jun, jo are your pure feelings about something. In this case, we're talking about how pure your heart is. Can also refer to naivet or innocence. Jun, jo is your pure-hearted emotions. It's a noun. Jun, jo is your pure-hearted emotions, or to be naive. Junjo. Junjo desu. His purity or innocence. Junjo. His or her purity or innocence. Gotta be inclusive. Junjo. Junjo. Junjo is pure feelings or emotions. Junjo. Pure heart, naivet, or innocence. Junjo. 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 Number 4 is shima, shiroginu, or ko, which is a stripe. If you want to use stripe in a sense, it's shima. A shima is a stripe, with the radicals for a thread on the left side, ito, and on the right side are radical, and is also a kanji for height or being high. So the high thread, a high thread is a stripe. I guess I'm thinking of the stripes on the American flag. It's a thread or a stripe on high. That's going to be hard to remember. This one's probably going to have to be remote memorization, guys. Sorry about that. Shima, shiroginu, or ko is a stripe with the high thread. Literally translated, a high thread is a stripe. Shima, shiroginu, or ko is a stripe. Hopefully you can remember ko at least from this, because ko is an onyomi for our high radical inside the kanji. Ko is a stripe. Shima or shiroginu. Ko, shima, or shiroginu. Ko, shima, or shiroginu. Ko, shima, or shiraginu. Shiroginu. すみません。Shiroginu. Ko, shima, or shiroginu is a stripe. The high stripes of the American flag. Shiroginu. Or the stripes of any flag. Doesn't have to be my flag. I'm American, so I think of the American flag, but doesn't have to be American, obviously. Shiroginu, shima, or ko are stripes. A stripe. Number 5 is an easy one with hito mae. Hito on the left side is a person, and mae on the right side is in front of. So hito mae literally means being in front of people, being in front of others. Hito mae is in front of people. Hito mae ni hanamizu o fuinaide. Fukanaide? Fukanaide. Don't wipe your nose in front of others. Hitomae. Hitomae is in front of other people. Hitomae. Hitomae. Hitomae is in front of other people. Or in front of people. Hitomae. Number 6 is a saku-in. Saku on the left side for a string or a rope, and in on the right side for pulling. So this means an index in a book. It's kind of the way I'm thinking about an index now that I know this word is it's the rope by which you pull out something from the book. You look at an index if you're looking for something that you want to pull out of the book. In that way, the index acts as the rope from which you can pull something out of a book. An index is a saku-in. Saku-in is an index. The rope from which you pull things out of a book. Saku-in is a book index. Saku-in. Saku-in is a book index. Saku-in is a book index. Saku-in is a book index. Saku-in. Saku-in desu. Is a book index. Saku-in. Number 7 is an easy one. Yomi kata. Yomi on the left side is to read, and kata on the right side is a way of doing something. So a yomi kata is the way something is read. Literal translation, the way to read. A pronunciation, a way of reading something, or an interpretation of a text if we're talking about actually translating it from one language to another. A yomi kata is the way of reading something. A yomi kata. Yomi kata is the way to read something. A yomi kata. Yomi kata. Yomi kata desu. Yomi kata is a way of reading something. Number 8 is omoikiru. Omoi on the left side is to think or a thought, and kiru on the right side is to cut off or to stop. So omoikiru, sorry, the kanji here means to cut. It doesn't mean to stop. But in context, omoikiru is to give up all thoughts of or stop thinking about something, or to make up one's mind about and make a big decision. This comes back to our kanji we studied yesterday with omoikiri, which is to do something as much as one can or to come to a decision about, to have some decisiveness about something. Omoikiri. Omoikiru is in the same way, meaning you have stopped thinking about something and you're acting on your thoughts at this point, meaning you've made that big decision or you've made up your mind. To give up all thoughts of is a more literal translation and is also correct. Omoikiru, to stop thinking about or give up thoughts of. Omoikiru is to come to a decision on something, meaning you have reached the end of your thoughts on it. Omoikiru, or to give up thinking about. Omoikiru is to give up thinking about or to come to a decision on. Omoikiru. Omoikiru. Number 9 is another new kanji word with komoku. Ko on the left side is our new kanji for a paragraph, clause, or the nape of the neck. Radicals in this kanji are construction on the left side, and on the right side we have a page or a leaf. So a construction on paper is a paragraph. You construct a paragraph or a clause. A construction on paper is a paragraph or a clause. Alternate ways to pronounce this are unaji, unaji, or ko. In komoku, meaning a heading, item, or category, it's pronounced ko. So komoku no ko is a paragraph or clause. Komoku no moku is an I. In this way, for a heading, an item, a category, or a headword or entry, I'm thinking of kind of the paragraph's eye, how the paragraph's appearance, how it looks to your eyes, as in under what heading is it. This can also mean an item or a category, as in what category should you look at to find the paragraph. A category, heading, or item is a komoku. Komoku no ko. Hokani unaji is our alternate reading. Unaji. Let me double check what unaji is. Unaji. Unaji on its own. Ikko is an item. Unaji. Unaji desho. わかんないけど、うなつきやうなだられる、unaji. I can't find what unaji is. That's okay for now. We're just going to remember in komoku, the word for a heading, item, or catalog, or category, sorry. Ko is a paragraph or clause. Ko is a construction on paper or a leaf. Ko is a paragraph or a clause. A construction of a paragraph on paper. A komoku is a paragraph or a clause. Komoku is a category or heading. Ko is a paragraph or clause. Komoku is a heading or category. Under what appearance should you find a particular paragraph? Komoku no ko is a paragraph. Komoku no ko. And together with moku, we have a paragraph's appearance or sight, meaning a category. A komoku is a category or heading. A komoku. Number 10 is hasha. Hatsu on the left side is to dispatch or send out something, and sha on the right side is to shoot. Can also mean like to shine, but in this case we're meaning to shoot. So a discharge of a shot is a firing, a shooting, or a discharge. It can also mean an ejaculation if you want to get dirty. Hasha. Hasha is a discharge of a shooting or a shot. Shooting, firing, or discharging a rifle or other similar device is hasha, or shooting. Hasha. Hasha desu. Hasha. Hasha is shooting or firing something. The discharge of a shot. Hasha. Hasha. Number 11 is nantomo. Nan on the left side means what, and tomo on the right side. How to translate this? Nantomo. It's kind of one of those interjection words that has a Japanese meaning, but it's hard to give a literal translation to. To. Nantomo. I guess for clues as to what this means, nanimo is kind of means nothing. Nanimo nai, followed by a negative word, kind of means nothing. Nantomo nai means nothing, not a bit, or not at all. To is almost translated here as with, and mo could be including. Nani, what with including? What does it include? Nantomo. And if it's followed by a positive word, then it probably means quite, really, or extremely. And if negative, then nothing, not a bit at all. Nantomo. Nantomo. I can't really literally translate this for you guys. This one might have to be a rote memorization. Or, if you hear Japanese, you'll get the meanings of interjections like this straight out of context, because it'll be like, nantomo nai. And then it'll be like, oh, he didn't do anything about it. So nantomo is either extremely or very or nothing at all. Nantomo is very or extremely or nothing at all. There's a number of Japanese words that are similar to this where they can mean almost either everything or nothing. Zen is another one that either means not at all or a lot. Zen daijoubu. Usually said that way means I'm completely fine, even though zen can also be used with a negative verb to mean nothing or not a bit at all. Nantomo is very or extremely or not at all. And our last word of the day is robi, which is a lobby or a lounge, directly from the English word lobby. Robi is a lobby. Robi. That's going to be all our words for today. Let's go back to the top, make sure we've got them all memorized, at least for right now. Make sure you're doing something similar in your own study plan. I make flashcards and I listen to Japanese TV and I watch Japanese TV and I read books and video games from time to time. That's how I immerse myself. Make sure you're doing it in some way to get used to your Japanese, guys. Our first word was on the contrary, rather, all the more, or instead with kaete. Kaete. Number 2 was a kana written after a kanji to complete the full reading of it, like okurigana. Okurigana are the kana included after a kanji to finish out our pronunciation, much like the word okurigana. A pure heart, naivete, or innocence is junjo. Jun on the left side for purity, and jo on the right side for feelings. Your feelings of purity is your pure heart or innocence, junjo. A stripe is a shimo. Shiroginu. Shimo. Shiroginu. Shiroginu. Or ko, which is our high thread or string. Our high thread of the flag is a stripe. Shimo is a stripe. In front of others is hito mae. Hito on the left side for a person and mae on the right side for in front of. Hito mae. The index of a book is a saku in. Saku on the left side for a thread and in on the right side for pulling it out. To pull something out of a book, you go to its index to use it as a thread. A pronunciation or a way of reading something is a yomi kata. Yomi on the left side for to read, and kata on the right side for how, a way to do something. Yomi kata is the way of reading something. To give up all thoughts of, or to make up one's mind, is omoi kiru. Omoi on the left side for to think, and kiru on the right side for to cut off. which either means to banish it from your mind or to finish thinking about it and make a decision. And a heading, an item, or a category is a komoku, ko on the left side, for a construction on paper of a paragraph, and moku on the right side for an eye. The place that a paragraph, the appearance, or me, of an eye under which a paragraph is a heading or a category, a komoku. Komoki, the paragraph's appearance, is under what heading? A firing, shooting, or discharge of something is a hasha, hatsu on the left side for to discharge something or to dispatch something, and sha on the left side for a shot or a firing. Hasha is to shoot or fire something. Quite, really, very, or extremely is nan tomo. Nan on the left side for what? Tomo for a very hard explanation in English. Nan tomo is quite, really, very, or extremely, or nothing, not a bit, or not at all. And finally, our last word was a lobby or a lounge with robi. A robi is a lobby directly from the English word. Be sure to carry out that E sound from the B. Robi is a lobby. Thanks for watching tonight, everyone. I hope you had a good Thursday, and I hope the weekend's great for you. Thanks for watching. Domo arigatou gozaimashita. Johnny.